everyone, welcome back to Mornings with Coco. So today I'm going to do something different and I'm only going to talk about one topic. So I've been in a pretty bad mood recently and very sad. So I've decided that I'm going to keep this extremely positive and only talk about something that makes me happy. So I am going to talk about Disney. Okay, so I love Disney. Most of you do too, even if you don't realize you do. Besides Disney and all the movies that they're known for, Disney also owns all of your favorite things. So if you watch ESPN, if you watch Lucasfilms, if you watch Marvel films, if you watch Pixar films, and now if you watch Fox. Those are all Disney. So I'm going to talk about a few of those things. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the past month, you have seen Avengers End Game by now. So, now that End Game's over, we know who's gone, we know who's still with us. Or do we? No, but seriously. So we know what happens at the end. What do you think? Are you sad? Happy? Did you know it was gonna happen? Are you confused? Are you lost? Heart still left at the theater like me? Like I said, I had a pretty good idea of what was going to happen, but when it happened, I was still super hurt and heartbroken. I love Black Widow, and now she's gone. Fortunately for us, she's going to have her own standalone movie coming out here soon. It's a background movie, so she's not gonna come back to life, I don't think. But it's still good that we will get to see her again. We still have Thor. He is apparently now with the Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's what happened at the end of the movie. He was on the ship with Star-Lord, and they were arguing about who is captain, so I'm sure he's probably going to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I don't know if there's gonna still be Avengers movies. There are still a few of the Avengers left. Everyone isn't gone, even though a few of them are. So what did you think about how the ending happened? Are you with it? Are you against it? Let me know what you think. Okay, so now it's time to talk about one of my favorite places ever, that it is truly the happiest place on earth, Disney World. So the actual theme park in Orlando, Florida, this year, this fall, is actually going to finally debut Galaxy's Edge, which is the Star Wars theme park edition in their MGM Studios, Hollywood Studios, depending on how old you are, is gonna open this year. So it's the biggest expansion that Disney has ever done to one of the theme parks. The last time I was at Disney 2 years ago, they were working on it, so they had the big tall fences up so you couldn't see what was going on, but I've seen the blueprints, I've seen the miniature scale of what it's going to look like. They're gonna have an actual Millennium Falcon in the park. I think it's going to be full scale. They're going to have 3, I think, new rides. And like I said, it's the biggest expansion to a park that Disney has ever done. So I'm super excited this fall to go and see how it is and what it looks like. Like, words can't even tell you how excited I am to go and see this. I was already excited to just go to Disney to ride the one ride that they had previously. So now they have a whole section of the park dedicated just to Star Wars. That's amazing. So for all of you who live in California, there's also a park in Anaheim that has its own smaller Galaxy's Edge, and that will be opening here soon as well. For all of you Marvel fans, it's been rumored that Disney is going to open up a Marvel edition to their park in Anaheim. That's going to obviously center around Marvel, their characters, and I think that's also going to be pretty interesting because Marvel is huge, everyone loves it, they love the characters, and all that can happen now is it get even bigger and better. So adding that addition to the parks is going to be great. So at D23, this year, which is Disney's big expo, kind of like Comic-Con, where they talk about what they're gonna do in the coming years, what they did in the previous years, and how great it's been and things like that. They announced some really cool things, and I'm going to go over a few of the movies that they released that I think are pretty exciting. I'm super excited about them. So hopefully you are too. So the first one is already out in theaters, and it's the live action Aladdin. I know some people were like, the CGI stinks. Why does Will Smith look like that? They just made him blue, blah blah blah. Well, I don't care about that. I'm still going to see the movie, and I am going to love it because I love everything Disney does. But next, like I said earlier, Disney acquired Fox's Entertainment for $71 billion, I think. And so now they own the rights to all of their old characters that they had loaned out, leased out, whatever you want to call it, a few years back. So now they have full rights back to Spider-Man. They have full rights back to all of the mutants, all of the X-Men. That's really super important because maybe now we can get a decent Fantastic Four. But on the other hand, you know, Fantastic Four always stinks. Maybe we should just give it up. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. But anyway, on June 7th, Dark Phoenix is going to come out in theaters. On June 21st, Toy Story 4 is going to come out in theaters. In July, we have another live action movie coming out in The Lion King. Now, I was kind of skeptical at first because I didn't know how Disney was going to make a live action film that consists of only animals. But when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, it's like The Jungle Book, but even better. So I'm really excited to see that because The Lion King is one of my all-time favorite movies. In October of this year, there's going to be Maleficent 2. That second movie is going to come out, and then in November we're going to have the second installment of Frozen. I thought a new Frozen movie was going to come out years ago just because of how much everyone loved it. Frozen is not one of my all-time favorites, but it is a cute movie, and of course I'm gonna go see the second one because, you know, why not? And then last but not least, in December, it's almost always time for Lucasfilm, Star Wars, a new movie to come out. That's how they've been doing it for a while, is around Christmas time a new Star Wars film comes out. And this year it is The Rise of Skywalker. So on December 20th, that will be out in theaters. Now there are some movies coming out in 2020 that they announced too, that I thought were pretty cool. There's only 2 of them that I was super interested in, but hopefully you will be too, and maybe you didn't even know these were coming. So the first one I'm going to talk about is another live action remake of a classic cartoon, and it is Mulan. I love Mulan. I thought it was a great story. It was hilarious, and it's one of my all-time favorite Disney movies, so I'm super excited to see it in live action. I think it'll be really dope. The other movie that's coming out in 2020 is Bob's Burgers. So if you watch Bob's Burgers, the TV show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They are coming to the big screen. I'm so excited to see Tina and Bob on the big screen. I have no idea what the movie is going to be about. All I know is that it's coming out in 2020, and I am super excited to see it. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is something that is amazing. It's going to save me a little bit of money, I know, because I can get rid of some of my other streaming services, because Disney, after years and years and years, is finally coming out with their own streaming service. It's called Disney Plus. It's gonna come out in November, and it's going to be $6.99 a month, which is not expensive. You know, when I heard Disney was coming out with a streaming service, I automatically assumed it was gonna be pretty expensive. But lucky for me, it's only gonna be $7 a month, and you know, Disney is worth $7 a month. So I'm pretty excited to go and see what it has. I know that there's gonna be a lot on the platform. All new Marvel films that are released moving forward are going to come out on that. All of the old Marvel films are going to be on now. All of the Lucas films are going to be on there. All your classic Disney and Pixar films are going to be on there. There's also going to be all of this new stuff on there. There's going to be new movies, new shows, behind the scenes, things like that. And I'm really excited for it. Some of your favorite characters are gonna come back in TV shows. So if you were like me and was really excited when Loki died in the third Avengers movie, guess what? He's back in his own TV show on Disney+. So if you tune in and watch that, you'll be able to see him back again, because I personally was really sad when he died. He was one of my all-time favorite villains. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you really liked it. If you didn't, let me know. If you do, let me know. Of course, follow me on my social media. I'd love to talk to you guys. I'd love to hear what you think. All of my accounts are Cocalista, COCOLLISTA.